If you have crossed the age of 60 and someone has ever said to you, eat fewer eggs, cholesterol will increase, then it is possible that you too have started keeping a distance from eggs. The surprising thing is that many seniors make a mistake every day that is causing them harm not from eggs, but from old thinking about eggs. Nutrition experts say that after aging, it is not enough just to see what you are eating. It is equally necessary to see in what manner, in how much quantity, and with what combination you are eating it. This is why two people can eat one egg daily, but its effect on their health can be completely different. I remember Patricia, a 68-year-old retired teacher. One day she said, "I completely stopped eating eggs 3 years ago. I thought they were bad for my heart health." But when she reviewed her diet with a registered dietitian, she found out that the problem was not the egg. The problem was in those beliefs that were based on years-old information. Right here, the first and most important lesson of this video begins. Mistake number 7, completely removing eggs from your diet without any reason. If you are healthy, science does not support always abstaining from eggs for every senior. The actual decision is made by looking at your overall health, medical conditions, and whole diet, and not just by looking at a single food. But here many people make a second mistake. They say, alright, then let us eat only egg whites. Is the yolk really the main problem, or is the story much more interesting than that? But the real matter becomes even more interesting from here. When many people hear that it is not necessary to eat the whole egg, they immediately separate the yolk and start eating only egg whites. They feel that in this way they are making a healthy choice. But is that really so? Research tells us that egg white provides excellent protein, but the yolk of the egg also contains such nutrients that hold special importance after aging. Right here, nutrients like choline, vitamin B12, and lutein are present, which support brain function, nerve health, and eye health. This is why many nutrition experts do not automatically consider the yolk an enemy just by looking at cholesterol. I remember Robert, a 71-year-old retired accountant. For breakfast, he ate 3 egg whites every day and every time threw the yolks into the dustbin. He was convinced that he was saving his heart. During a routine nutrition consultation, the dietitian asked just one question. "Robert, for what reason do you throw away the yolk?" He immediately answered, "Because all the cholesterol is in it." The dietitian smiled and said, "The story of cholesterol is not just this simple. We do not decide the fate of a whole food by looking at just one nutrient." That day for the first time, Robert understood that healthy eating does not mean just eliminating something, but understanding the complete picture. But here another mistake begins. Some people say, if the yolk is also fine, then eating eggs every day with bacon, sausage, and butter must also be fine. And right from here mistake number 5 begins, because often the problem is not the egg, but those things that we put on the plate along with it. But right here is the place where many people make the real mistake. If there are 2 eggs on the breakfast plate, along with bacon, sausage, hash browns, and bread fried in butter, then blaming only eggs for the problem would not be fair. The real point is that nutrition experts do not look at just one food, they look at the whole plate. Research also suggests the exact same thing, that the effect of any food on health is often linked to the eating pattern of which it is a part. I remember Linda, a 74-year-old retired nurse. She always used to say, "I eat eggs every day, then why did my cholesterol increase?" When she showed her food diary to the dietitian, an interesting thing came forward. Along with eggs every day, processed meats, high salt, and saturated fat were also part of her plate. The dietitian did not ask to stop eggs. She only advised changing the breakfast. In the next few weeks, Linda included tomatoes and spinach in place of bacon, kept fresh fruit in place of sausage, and reduced the quantity of butter. She later said, "For the first time I realized that for years I was punishing eggs for that mistake which was actually being committed by my entire plate." And right from here mistake number 4 comes forward. Eating eggs with an unhealthy cooking style. Deep frying, making eggs in too much butter or repeatedly used oil, can affect your overall meal more than their nutrition. But the biggest mistake still remains. This is that mistake which many health-conscious seniors also make every day. They think that because eggs are healthy, therefore just eggs are enough. The surprising thing is that because of this exact thinking, the balance of their diet gradually begins to end, and this is what we will talk about in the next section. And now we come to that mistake which is also the most common, and also the most ignored. Many seniors think, "I eat 2 or 3 eggs every day. Therefore I do not need to worry about protein." But healthy aging does not depend on just one food. Research tells us that after 60 years, to maintain muscles, the body needs different protein sources and a balanced diet. Eggs can become a very good part of this plan, but they cannot become the whole plan. I remember Joseph, a 77-year-old retired firefighter. He was convinced that eating 3 eggs every day was enough for him. But when his granddaughter, who was a registered dietitian, saw his weekly meal plan, she smiled and said, "Grandpa, you are eating eggs every day, but where are the vegetables, beans, fish, and other protein sources?" Joseph realized for the first time that he had given so much importance to one healthy food that other healthy foods gradually disappeared from his plate. And perhaps in this lies the biggest lesson of this entire video. Making eggs an enemy is a mistake, and making eggs a hero is also a mistake. Healthy aging is not the name of any single superfood. This is the result of those small habits that together daily support your body. If you have medical conditions like diabetes, heart disease, or high cholesterol, then do consult your doctor or registered dietitian about the quantity and frequency of eggs. The same rule does not apply to every person. And that line of today's video which I want you to always remember. The decision of your health depends less on whether you eat an egg or not, and depends more on what your entire plate is deciding for you every day. Sometimes the healthiest choice is not giving up a single food, but making it a part of your life with the right balance. If today's video was beneficial for you, then do tell in the comments, how many days a week do you eat eggs? And if you want to watch videos like this on science-backed healthy aging and nutrition, then subscribe to the channel and share this video with a friend or family member who even today says, after 60, eggs should not be eaten at all.